Last I want to thank my young colleague, Ms Cochrane, for bringing this subject forward, for including South Belfast and East Belfast in a remarkable show of generosity. It gives me a chance to praise some of the schools. I think it would be inappropriate to praise the Minister, because self-praise from a party colleague is no recommendation, but I do want to praise some of the wonderful schools, and primary schools in particular, that I have had the opportunity to visit. In East Belfast, Strandtown strikes me as being the most engaged primary school I've ever visited. I've never seen that level of community engagement and pupil engagement, especially during the zero. And if there's any backings needed for your request for speeding up of that project, I'm happy to give that. I'm also a great fan, Mr Deputy Speaker, of Holy Rosary in South Belfast, which is certainly one of the most diverse schools I've ever visited, one of the most generous schools, reaching out to people who have moved to Belfast in recent times. And I come away, every time I visit, I come away buoyed up by the enthusiasm not only of the teachers but also of the pupils. And then I want to mention Scoil and Droichead, Scoil Gaeilge and Yeshgurt fell first, alas Cloncorlia. Aiche will spirit Intach Brewer, a mask, Nanalti Alig. Amerby, Ahugam Kurch, or Scoil and Droichead, Beam Intach Dahasak, Major Toiki fell first, Mar Isler, Goldshire Toga, Gloon Ur, Ata Brewer, Ata Talanak, Augustas Swuncher, and Amatalahak. I was at Scoil and Droichead Irish Medium School this morning, Mr Deputy Speaker, and every time I visit, I come away really amazed at how the next generation, there are certainly several generations after me, but this young generation are so focused on the future. They are so vibrant, dynamic, high aspirations, high ambitions, and really the teachers in Scoil and Droichead, I got a chance to say this morning, deserve praise as well. But to give you a little example of why we are so impressed by all our schools, at Scoil and Droichead this morning, pupils had raised £7,000 to send one of their colleagues who had suffered from leukemia, to send her and her family to her father's native country of Turkey in the summer, and that struck me as a great testament to the big-hearted nature of the pupils and the teachers. I want to raise one other issue of importance, a different issue altogether, but in Carryduff, this expansion of South Belfast, which of course cheers us all because we want to see our city grow, and I think that in particular the CCMS, the Catholic Council for Maintained Schools, has not managed that growth properly. And as the Minister knows, on several occasions I've had to implore him to try and find more spaces at St Ida's in particular. The growth in that area is rapid, but yet the response of the CCMS has not been as efficient as we would like to see. So it's my hope that in the time ahead we do get a plan for that area which accommodates all the parents in the area, particularly those parents who have great difficulties, who want to have a Catholic education for their children and haven't been able to receive that. So I want to endorse some of the comments my colleague made in relation to the difficulty of getting preschool places. But I also am aware of the fact that those who stick with the process, that 99% do get schools, that thankfully, and the Minister explained this, and we'll probably explain it again, the letters which say you can go to Portafogie from Dunmurry are not very sensible. It would not be a good way to start your child's education. As the Minister explained, that's not expected of people, but if it's not expected, hopefully the letters will change in the time ahead. But I do hope that we continue to achieve those sort of numbers, 99%, and those hotspots, those difficult hotspots around South Belfast, Finaghy, Malone, Dunmurry, where parents have problems getting preschool places. I hope we can do even more in the time ahead to facilitate those parents.
I call Fergal McKinney.